Howdy. I just bought this hypertough cordless brushless impact driver. I've got a few of their other tools, like this light is really awesome, for example. This is not meant to be a super thorough or high quality review, but you will get value out of this. I'm not sure that many other channels would talk about this. When I bought this DeWalt, let's see, what is it, a DCF 801, it was basically, according to my research, like 4 or 5 years ago, the best. They just come out subcompact in 12-volt tools you could get, in my mind. And anyway, I wanted this one just as a backup, kind of around the house sort of thing. You know, this one could sit in my main tool bag. This guy could just be quick little things. You could pull out the drawer, grab that tool, do whatever, right? Well, turns out there are some. They keep the price low on this, and it really shows in some of the capabilities. Okay, and not just over with this tool, for example, with this die grinder, I'll show you the same behavior. The short of it is, this tool is worth every penny. It's really good, and I'll basically show you. This tool has plenty of power. Like, if that's what you're after, it will. They're probably about the same, in all honesty. Like, this one might be a little bit more powerful, just barely, but this will get the job done just as well, frankly. But there are a lot of really little things that make this one so much superior to use. Okay, and I'll show you some of those things. Okay, so first off, what are you gonna do? You're gonna put a bit in, right? The bit doesn't go in. You have to pull it to get it in. Okay, big deal, right? Well, it is a big deal, because this one just goes right in. And then it's just, with big gloves, it's just so easy to get in and out. Whereas this guy is going to be, you're going to be struggling with it all the time when you're changing bits. Okay, that's a big deal. I mean, even this little belt clip is super flimsy, whereas this one is, oh, I mean, this one, I can't even bend that. Okay, so anyway, the biggest difference is the brushless motor. I'm guessing this brushless motor has some sort of Hall sensor set up. I'm guessing, so they can detect the precise position of the motor, whereas this one is inexpensive, doesn't seem to have that, because you'll see as you press it, it has this rev up, and then it holds a constant speed, and that's literally as slow as I can make it go. In the description, I'm actually going to research the brush tool, because the short of it is, I'm probably going to go buy the brush tool if the brush tool does what this impact, or what this ratchet can do. See? You can have it go really slow speed. Great tool. I mean, just because it's not brushless, that's fine. Hypertough is good for the lower quality tools, but this gives the slow speed like you'd want. I didn't think about it, but this die grinder here, it has the same exact behavior. It has that spin up, and then it goes slowly. Now the die grinder is really great, and it doesn't matter for a die grinder, because you're gonna need it to be spinning, you know, relatively fast anyway. This thing's a little weak. You can't really use a big old, like a wire wheel. You put a little pressure, it's not powerful enough to do a wire wheel well. It'll do it a little bit, but not like as much as you'd like. So a little disappointing in that regard, otherwise okay. But I think their 12-volt Dremel is going to be really good, because it's going to have, you know, nice speed control. Yeah, I don't have battery in here anymore. Okay, so difference, right? You didn't probably come to see all those other tools, but this guy, oh, it has a screwdriver mode. This can be 3 tools. This can be, to some extent, a drill. Obviously the drill has the constant non-impact, has some advantage in certain cases, but in any mode, you can see like that is its minimum speed. And this screwdriver mode, anytime it feels a little resistance, it will cut out essentially. I almost always run it on low, frankly. It gives you a nice range of control, and another thing, and then of course there's high, and it's very powerful. It can sink 4-inch. Now here's a 3-inch screw. It can easily sink 4-inch screws. And of course it's going to be a little slower, but it can easily sink 4-inch, big large 4-inch screws into things. It's done pretty much everything I could want it to do. I've not run into anything where I can't. You can even substitute as a torque wrench, or not torque wrench, a what do you call it? The thing you put sockets on. The big brother of this. I'm blanking on that right now. But anyway, so we've discussed the lights are also way better too, but mainly it just comes down to the usability, the control. When you're putting a screw into something, you're gonna kind of like start it slow and set the screw, and then you're gonna speed it up and get it in. And also notice how I'll put it back on my favorite speed again. Notice how it's like instant on off, on off, on off. So you can just go jump, 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 jump. Whereas this guy, the battery that came with it was dead, so I'm swapping batteries around. It has this like slow spin up. It cuts out really fast, but it's super annoying. It's like really sluggish feeling. Another thing is the weight. Because I mean, this impact driver, there's metal and everything here to get the impacts right inside there. The battery's on the other side. The grip is nice and thin, plenty of space for your hands, and of course it stands up on a surface as you might expect, right? Yeah, it feels really light, really light. I don't know exactly the different weights of the two. They probably do weigh similar. In actuality, maybe this one's a little lighter, but because it's so nicely balanced, it's really effortless. Now, this guy, you're holding it down, the weight is definitely here. Whereas this guy is more like, you know, I'm not really sure where my weight is. This is its center of gravity. Whereas like if you hold it, you know, you can see like I can't hold it like that. Center of gravity is more like right there. So that it's also got way, because of the battery fits in. This is something I didn't like about the Milwaukee one as well. It's got it's just uncomfortable. Whereas this is perfect. So this thing, okay, short of it is, it's in and out easily, instant response. It's got all these settings on top of it. Got really nice lights. I mean, this light, which would you rather have? I mean, it's just the choice is clear. Of course, the battery indicator is about the same, frankly, because they're on the batteries. I'm sure this one is more durable and reliable. Clearly, you can just see with the clip. But the main thing is, this is an impact driver only. That's all you can use it for. You're sinking fasteners or whatever. But it doesn't have the slow speed. And I wanted something that could primarily function as a screwdriver, to be honest with you. And then also have, you know, impact drivers are cool. This is a impact driver and it's a screwdriver. DeWalt sells some screwdriver thing. Who needs that? I mean, this does everything. And it's a drill to an extent that, you know, if you're using impact type bits, the ratcheting can actually be good to help you get through stuff. But of course, there's some applications where you do actually need that drill that doesn't have the ratchet effect. In those cases, an actual drill would be handy. But otherwise, this is like literally like my go-to tool, like for everything, pretty much. This guy, it just can't cut it. I think I paid $150 for this and a drill and the batteries and the charger, right? This was $40, I believe. Or something of that nature, 45. You know, it's cheap. Yeah, I get it. And it will do well. It has the power. But honestly, if you're going to be using a tool for a while, this is like, I guess, $30 more or something. But, you know, it's going to be a lot more. There's no comparison. I'm just telling you. If you've got yourself, I don't know about the brushed version, right? I'll put that in the description when I do my research. I'll put a little note as to what I found about the brushed version. But this brushless one, it's good as a strong, powerful impact driver, but nothing else really. No fine control on it. This thing can do it all. So I was really disappointed, but it makes sense. Like I say, if they're not using a Hall sensor, which is kind of technical speak for how the brushless motors work, I'm into electronics. The behavior I saw in here and the behavior I saw in here are similar. Seems like all their brushless tools at least the 12-volt line or whatever, unless they're expensive. There's a their 12-volt torque wrench. That's what I was, no, not torque wrench. Impact wrench, there we go. Impact wrench has like a couple buttons on the top, and maybe it will allow you to have a slow speed because you need it. You need it to put a fastener. You need the slow speed. This thing just starts and goes. I mean, what can I say? This light is great. So, in summary, just overall, if it were me, I would buy a few very high quality tools, like the ones that you're going to use really frequently. That's what I would do personally. Or if you need the really slow speed or something, I guess a drill would do it, and this is just your impact gun. But I think it's worth having, like they've got a 12 volt for this system, and of course if you're going to need an angle grinder or whatever, you probably just want to go with the 20 volt. For DeWalt's case, Milwaukee has plenty of options for the 12 volt, but if you're going to use some of those tools and you want to just keep one battery, it's just type. But these small guys are really, really, really awesome. So yeah, disappointed all their brushless tools probably don't have that low speed control. The brushed ones might, so I might actually be returning this, getting a brushed one that I can use as a screwdriver and light impact, light duty, whatever, and then I've got this one if I really need everything, you know. So I won't keep this any longer than it is. Hope that was informative. This light is really, really awesome, by the way. I'm thinking about getting another one. You know, tariffs are coming, so buying a few more tools. Yeah, anyway, my last thought was, it seems like Walmart hypertough, great tool line for the tools you don't use very often. For the tools you use all the time, I would pick up, you know, DeWalt or Milwaukee or something like that. Hope that was useful. This, like I say, I don't want to do any video editing or whatnot, so this is not going to be your amazing YouTube review, right? So if you want to gripe about that, hey, that's fine. Go watch something else, right? I'm just trying to, in an easy manner for me, make kind of a public service video that most people might not be talking about these certain special these features. Most people might not be comparing. There might not be another comparison between those tools. So anyway, have a good one.